From London, this is the Standard Podcast, and I'm Mark Blunden. Coming up in this episode, how wine detectives are sniffing out the capital's counterfeit vino. But first, a transatlantic row has flared up amid Donald Trump's claim that what he described as the far-left Labour Party in Britain is interfering in the US elections, but that was slapped down by a cabinet minister on Wednesday. Labour's insisting it was people linked to the party acting as individuals, going out to campaign for Democrat Kamala Harris, not any action organised by the party. The complaint follows reports of senior Labour officials meeting with the Harris campaign and Labour Party staffers volunteering on the ground for her campaign. Both candidates have been ramping up traditional and social media opportunities, with Harris appearing on Fox News while Trump's been serving fries. To get one over on Harris's claim that she once worked at McDonald's. For the latest on the 2024 race for the White House, we're joined by the London Standard's political editor, Nicholas Cecil. Nick, what are you reporting on Wednesday regarding this Trump interference allegation?
So the big story this morning is a transatlantic row with the Donald Trump campaign claiming that the Labour Party made and the Kamala Harris campaign accepted illegal foreign national contributions. Now, this may not be quite what it seems, but so often in politics, appearance is all what's so important. So what this centres on is a number of Labour activists who are going over to America to join the Harris campaign, including in key states, which at the end of the day are likely to decide who is the next US president. The Labour Party are very strongly denying that they're involved at all as a party, but there's no doubt that some of their key players are involved in this. And one of the key bits of evidence cited by the Trump campaign in their allegation is a social media post by Sophia Patel, who's head of operations at the Labour Party. And she put a message appealing for more activists to come out, specifically to go to North Carolina. Her statement said, "I've nearly 100 Labour Party staff, current and former, going to the US in the next few weeks, heading to North Carolina, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. I have 10 spots available for anyone available to head to the battleground state of North Carolina. We will sort your housing." Now, this is a key matter, is that if you are giving a donation, whether it's financial or whether it's housing, then that may come under electoral law, slightly grey area. So that's the allegation from the Trump campaign.
What's been Labour's response?
So Environment Secretary Steve Reed was on the media round this morning for the government, adamant that this is individuals making decisions to go and join the Harris campaign, and that it was nothing to do with the Labour Party centrally. I suspect over coming days we'll hear more claims and counterclaims on this. There may be more bits of documents and so on that emerge, which may point one way or the other. But again, as I say, in so many of these matters, exactly who is right or wrong, that may only come out later on. But what is key at this point is appearance. And certainly it appears that the Labour Party may be involved to a certain extent in the US elections, or at least it allows Donald Trump to claim that. So the Trump campaign are milking this. They're saying, very much in their words, that the far left Labour Party from Britain is now over in America campaigning for Harris. That is significant because Trump is trying to portray Kamala Harris as a far left individual. He might say liberal, which kind of in America has, in some certain circles, had pejorative terms. So he's trying to use this Labour Party involvement in the US elections, or at least by his activists, to claim that basically that Kamala Harris is a dangerous lefty.
What do we know about the policy planning and all the prep work being done for the incoming White House administration?
The key thing about the relationship between America and Britain is to know that it runs far deeper than personalities. So whoever is in charge, whoever's in the White House after the November the 5th election, the British Prime Minister will work closely with them. Sometimes things are a bit more strained, as they were between Donald Trump and Theresa May. But ultimately, this is a relationship at multiple levels, between officials, between ministers, between intelligence agencies. So it's far more than just the leaders of each country.
I'm going for a job right now at McDonald's. I really wanted to do this all my life, and now I'm going to do it. Because she didn't do it. It was a big part of her resume that she worked at McDonald's, how tough a job it was. She specifically worked at the French fry, where they make the French fries, and she talked about the heat. It was so tough. She never worked at McDonald's. McDonald's just confirmed that again, by the way. She never worked at McDonald's.
My intention to embark on a new generation of leadership. And needless to say, mine will not be a continuation of the Biden administration. I bring to it my own ideas, my own experiences. But it is also about moving past what, frankly, I think has been the last decade of the American discourse being influenced by Donald Trump.
A clip there of Trump's McDonald's shift on the French fries station, and also Harris in conversation with Liz Cheney. Those are courtesy of the Associated Press. Nick, it's less than a fortnight to go now. Recently, it's interesting, we've had Harris popping up on right-leaning Fox and Trump's stunt at McDonald's. What did you make of these two different strategies?
With elections, there's no point in just preaching to your supporters, because basically you've got to win over the middle ground, the undecided voters. So often they make the difference unless it's a landslide. So both candidates will be trying to shore up their bases to make sure that they get their own supporters out, but they'll also be trying to reach out to people who might not traditionally back their party, because ultimately it's these people who could make the difference.
In terms of polling, it comes as the Times reports a YouGov poll has Harris as the choice for president, with 47% of American voters, up 1 point from September, while Trump remains unchanged on 45%. And so what about the voters? The Associated Press has been speaking to members of the public in critical Pennsylvania.
So I think it's split pretty even right now. Half of my friends are, voting for Kamala, and the other half are voting for Trump. So if that's any indication, then I think it's a pretty tight race here.
Pennsylvania is such a close state that it's really going to be, literally on election day. Does it rain? Is it sunny? And who's most excited about their candidate?
And here's Burwood Yost, Franklin Marshall College poll director, explaining the state's significance in the race.
Pennsylvania is a state that went for Trump in 2016, went for Biden in 2020. It's got large urban centers, rural communities. So Pennsylvania serves as sort of a microcosm of the country as a whole, I think, in many ways.